If you're just getting started with crypto or Web3, then this video is for you. You need to watch it to the end before you make the same costly mistakes I did. Let me show you what no one told me when I started. Could save you time, money, and lots of regret. So before I jump into the video of the day, I would love you to subscribe and click on the notification bell. It is important because you're going to get value from this channel. Apart from knowledge value, you're going to see opportunities to make money, opportunities to be financially free, and opportunities to build wealth. So there are three in number, but the very last one is really important because most people fall into this category. So the first one is after you've accumulated your tokens or probably you've built your portfolio and then you're cajoled or somebody brings an opportunity where they double money. That is one of the mistakes I did. So instead of me to continue to build or at least keep my tokens where they should be and then wait for the raining day or wait for the bull market, right? I now decided to put my money in a scheme because I wanted to double my Bitcoin at that time. So, of the course of doing that, I lost everything. This is things you need to know. All this staking platform, all these, farming and yielding and all that, you have to be very, very careful. Okay, so that's number one. And then number two is allowing your portfolio to go so down because the market is going that same way. There was this time when the market actually got a very big hit and it lasted for a long time. Now, that was the early days when the government is trying to come into the ecosystem because, they lost at the very beginning. It took them by surprise. And then, that period when exchanges were shut down, and they're trying to fuse in regulation and all that. At that time, there was this fallout. Okay, so a lot of people were pulling out, converting back their tokens into fiat currencies and all that. So the market actually divided, and not even divided, it went below 60%. When I said below 60, I mean the general market cap. Okay, so it really affected my holdings because at that time, I was new to the game and I have my target. I wanted to be a millionaire, overnight, right? So when the coins are going down or when the tokens are going down, I felt like, okay, it's normal, right? So I didn't really understand that, there is a season where things like this happen and then you take precaution. Either you move your holdings to a stable coin like USDT, right? So, but for me, I was new, right? And I've been in the volatile system whereby it goes up today, it comes down tomorrow, right? So, you need a general information of how money works. When I mean money, I mean the financial market. Okay, you need to understand that policies, decisions. For example, what is happening now, the tariff war among powerful nations. That you can actually study it to know that okay, this is going to last within this set of time, and with that, you're not expecting certain things to happen. You understand? So, just having this understanding, and generally, when you look at maybe your holdings, for example, say $100,000, then after 2 weeks, that $100,000 is now $7,000. You have to make a decision at that point, right? You just need to know what's causing it and then make a quick decision because that 7 can definitely turn to 34, depending, of course, depending on the kind of asset you're holding. So these are one of the mistakes that really hurt me because I knew the value of my portfolio, and when it went down, you are here, and then all of a sudden you're not here in the market. So these are precautionary measures you must take. And then the very last one, which is many people fall into this category, is understanding basic fundamentals. There are fundamentals that the crypto industry, the Web3 industry works with, right? When you have the fundamentals, you will not depend on hype. For example, that was dependent on strongly on hype, right? So, but if you have done your due diligence, you understand that hype does not last forever. Hype is just usually a while, right? It doesn't last forever. It is not utility that will continue to add value. For example, the chain native coins, the blockchains, the different blockchains, their native coins, they go as fees. They go as a lot of utilities that have been built in the space. So if you understand that, okay, my fundamentals is that even if I want to buy a coin that is strictly based on hype, like the main coins, and you just have to understand that, okay, when is this hype likely to go away? When is it going to heed to probably convert to something else? Maybe they have a plan. Trop coin that came up introduced use cases. When will the hype convert into the use cases? Because the truth is, if that period is too long, there will be a dump on that particular project until the use case starts and the hype continues. So these are fundamentals, and you just need to also understand the project behind every token or every coin you're buying. Now you also need to look at things like the total supply of that coin. Okay, these are basics, but they are fundamentals and very important. And you also need to look at the people who are behind it, not basically the people, but you need to understand the structures that have been put to give value to a particular token or a particular project. Okay, that way you can make better decisions. If I'm going to be doing spot trading on this, then that's why I'm doing it, and this is what my target is, and this is why I'm buying it with this particular amount. I spoke about three things. I said, do not be deceived with platforms where even something you've been able to relate over time and just lose them overnight. Then I spoke about the second one, which is when the market is going down, just understand why it's going down. Study to know when that time would be, right? And just know the impact. Some is short term, some is very long term. Then you don't have to keep your tokens there in the market if it's long term. You convert it to stable coin immediately. And then the last, which is very, very important, is you understand the fundamentals. Don't depend solely on hype. Yeah, if you know you're going into a project or a coin for hype or a token for hype, understand the risk related with it. Leave when you're supposed to leave, right? Then, if you're not going for hype, utility, work with it, because any utility based project has a growth and has a demand it places on the token. So these are my three mistakes that I learned the hard way, and I wouldn't want you to learn the hard way. So if you find value in what I'm doing, I'd love you to subscribe, click on the notification bell, like, and share this video to somebody who is just starting or somebody who is already there in the Web3 and the blockchain and the crypto ecosystem.